Whoa. This is your man Nico B, and this is the Black Effect. You know how we do things. Hit that like and subscribe button. Happy Valentine's Day for y'all who celebrate that. I mean, me personally, I'm not celebrating any more of these pagan holidays, man. I totally agree with, the brothers in boycotting these pagan holidays because they're nothing but a bunch of, first of all, they're nothing but a bunch of propaganda due to just get you to spend money at these big retail stores, these demonic companies, these huge companies who don't really have your best interest at heart. We know who they are. These big companies, a lot of these big companies that was built on blood money, slavery, and things like that. You're just funneling more money into these companies and trips and taking trips and flights and all of these companies, flower companies, candy companies, and it all trickles down. Like these people are really just directing you like sheep, and knowing knowing who manufactures these things, knowing where they're leading you to. They're leading you down a rabbit hole, and the reason why they're able to easily do that is because it's through witchcraft. And how they're able to do that through witchcraft is because most of, not all of these these holidays are pagan. These holidays are pagan in origin. If you look at where Valentine's Day comes from, it's a pagan holiday, where they had children running around. My brother Amir did a video on that, Raz Amir. And it also is a time where they killed Saint Valentine, where they killed a saint and brutally murdered him, for being a Christian saint. And this is also, where this holiday comes from. So just imagine this: you have children running around naked in the streets as part of this pagan ritual in Rome and things like that, and then you have you kill a saint of God. You know what a saint is. This is a person on earth who's getting God's will done. They not doing anybody no harm. They not threatening anybody. But yet and still he was put to a brutal death, and people say, and we just put this over it, as and made up something, to celebrate. But see, we shouldn't be celebrating on a day like this. This holds a lot of for those of us who are spiritual, know that all of the stuff that it's built on it holds a lot of demonic energy, a lot of energy to perform this witchcraft. And that's how Satan has to operate and control people, through these methods and rituals. Everything's done, through rituals. That's just a word. But look up what a ritual is. It's a performed act, over and over. You have to do these things to get, certain results. And that's why it's, these holidays have such strong manipulative holds over people. Some people, you can't tell nothing about the holiday, like, even though they know the true meaning behind them. I'm talking about adults, not kids. Like, kids can go with whatever, but see, as an adult, they go with what you teach them, and you're the one who puts the foot down in the household. And if I take away Christmas from my child, I'll make up my own day. We'll celebrate I'll give gifts on Easter. You know what I'm saying? Which is when more of the timeline of around the time when Christ was born. We know he wasn't born in December. You know what I'm saying? So we can have a celebration then when it's, we can still have our own celebration of what a triumph in our family or something. The birthdays we gonna celebrate. It's a lot of other things. And for Valentine's Day, it's like, look, I'm not finna if me and my woman actually love each other and all of this. We got our own special days. I'm not finna celebrate our love on a day that, a saint of God got murdered, on a day that was built on a pagan holiday, just cause that's what you say. Like, that's what America has said. Man, get out of here. I don't want to do that. How about that? How about no? I'm not celebrating none of these pagan holidays anymore. Like I said, we already know Christmas. Christmas is a pagan holiday. It was based off of winter festival, winter solstice, and then had a man called Santa Claus. Santa Claus, and you change his name to Santa Claus. Think about this. Santa Claus, was centered around a man named Santa Claus. Like that name don't even sound wholesome, and they changed it around to make it that way. And if you look at in other regions, when they have this celebration, they have a thing called the Krampus, and they made a movie about that. Look at what he looks like. Doesn't that remind you of Satan? You tell me. But see, that's how Satan operates. The one day that supposed to be celebrating, we supposed to be celebrating Christ, and at least that may not have been the time he was born, but the symbology of it is celebrating Christ's birth. That's a big thing for a whole nation of people to do. What Satan has done is tried to flip that, and have you thinking about some fat man in a red suit, and at the end of the day, his origins are devilish. His origins are pagan. But you will never know that. But for the adults who do and still celebrate it, you are a sheep. You are a sheeple. You are very much a sheep. And I don't want to hear anything. Like I said, I just gave you solutions for your kids. Like, some people love them some Christmas. That's their favorite time of the year. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get all bubbly, and that's due to just, them being a child and the memories they have as a child of it. But if they could have been anything, if you was a child, then like I said, your day was, you had just awesome day. Put it like that. And that was May 3rd. And every time you and your whole family got together, and y'all celebrated, and it was, and y'all talked about things y'all did and everything like that, you would revere that day. You would look at that day, and you would have some reverence for that day. So it's not Christmas that's like, but see, it's the way that it's been set up in your mind and ingrained and through propaganda in your mind. Pagan and through witchcraft, which is, witchcraft is through the airwaves, and like I said, through these rituals that have been performed, and it comes directly to you. The word witchcraft is just a word, but it's different forms of it. Alchemy, things like that. Through all of this media, your mind is controlled. It could be used for good or bad, so nah, man, y'all could have these. You waste a lot of money on Christmas. These people know, these companies know that it's a guarantee that they're gonna sell certain things on Christmas. It's a guarantee. Yet we fall for it all the time. And like I say, man, it's nothing wrong with giving gifts and getting together as adults, or getting together as a family. But why don't y'all do that, year round? We don't have to wait till one time of the year to do that. On a pagan holiday. But what I will say is, it's fine if you want to let your children celebrate Christmas or believe in it, or your nieces and nephews or whatever, kids, period. That's up to you. But at least tell them the true meaning behind the holiday, and that's the birth, the birth of Christ. At least when we're celebrating that in a symbolic manner, because otherwise you're basically just celebrating a pagan holiday and allowing your kids to do that in stupidity. But you're fine with that, but Yes, and you know, certain things come with that. Like I said, I'm done with being in not being in the truth of things. I'm not finna, but I'm not just gonna go along with a beautiful lie. I'm done with that. Like, I think that's weak. But you have all of these other holidays at the end of the day, like Thanksgiving. We know what that really, what really happened on those during those times and on that day. I mean, to get to that point, Indians were basically just, bamboozled pretty much. I mean, for lack of a better term, I know that's a cliche term, but and in that holds a lot of demonic and satanic power, and just celebrating these days. But it's nothing wrong. Like I said, we're getting together as a family, but y'all do it under y'all own terms, man. Y'all, and like I said, me and my family, we don't necessarily have to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Or do all these decorations and all, no. 4th of July. I mean, come on, man. Like, black people shouldn't. That's one holiday black people shouldn't be celebrating. Like, what independent, like, that's all well and good, but until we get what's owed to us in the form of reparations, man, I'm not, I don't, and in the form of, total equal treatment all around the board, with police and all of that, and just in power structure over here. No, I don't have much interest in celebrating that means nothing, you know. In actuality, man, like, we helped build this country, and got and had nothing to show for it. So it's like, come on now, I don't want to hear that. No, so all these make up your own holiday, black man, black woman. If for any of you the other races of people who want to celebrate these holidays, like the white man, the white man and white woman, if y'all want to celebrate these things, it's like 4th of July, okay, I could get that. But any other of these pagan holidays, if you calling yourself this supposed to be a Christian country, why are you celebrating these pagan holidays? I don't get it. You should totally get away from that. If you in the church, you're a Christian, and you sitting here celebrating, these pagan holidays. I've just told you what they origins were, and you still trying to, calling yourself in the truth of God. No, you are not in the truth of God. You understand, and you need to repent, because that's you're living a lie. Like, what I'm saying, and you're celebrating pagan holiday, these origins that they were built off of, and I don't think God's happy with that. You know what I'm saying? You should be celebrating his days. Christians have their own holidays and things to celebrate. Passover, all up and down. We should be celebrating that. That's what we, as as believers in the truth, should be celebrating. Now, for secular people, like I said, they are just being led as sheep, and I'm just trying to give everyone the game, and truth upon of where the origins of these things, where these things originate, and you do with that what you will. So with that being said, man, it's your man Nico B. I hope this was informative, and hopefully this was resonated with the spirit of those, in the truth. Y'all be blessed. Black Effect, I'm out of here.